how was the processing of the twist? You mean like since Monday stream, I walked away and like thought about it more? I'll be 100% honest. I hadn't given it much thought. Like again, I did rewatch a bit of what I was talking about. Like, I wasn't that I didn't like understand it or anything. And if I really wanted to, there's a part of me that's like, damn, with this thing now just being pretty recently revealed in the game, I didn't want to. This is gonna sound like an excuse maybe by like haters, but like, I didn't want to either go back into the game or think too hard about it, because now with this being revealed so recently in the game, if the game wanted to reveal something in relation to this in like the next hour or so, I didn't want to try to jump ahead of what the game might be trying, like a thing that might reveal in relation to this, if that makes sense. So like, I didn't want to take that away from the game if the game is going to try to do that in the next hour or two or something, or in like today's play session. I would say it's probably more likely that end of game, especially if I end up actually doing like post game like cleanup stuff and everything, that like I think about it more, I go back and see certain moments and stuff. But yeah, I consciously was like, hey, there's maybe a chance that there might be more to this, or again, like the best way I can word it, more that the game wants to show. In which case, I'll let it do it. There's like a thing in my throat. It's like, I'm dying. So let's play Somnium Falls. Do you think I'm finishing this game tonight? Is that a chance?
Spill it already!
You've got to be kidding.
Who killed them? I hope you stay happy forever!
And by you, Freyr.
Freyr. Like, if I had to put money on it, I would think that I'm finishing this either tonight or Friday. Perhaps. Do you believe in fortune telling? You're going to hell. Oh, now I have hiccups. Great. You're going to hell. All right, so let's take a page out of the Higurashi streams and do just the slowest of recaps here, or the quickest, I mean, opposite of slowest. So we did the reveal of the correct flowchart, as noted here. What fucking Lien and Kizuna ran off happily ever after or something, right? We got the reveal here of second Mizuki. I assume we're gonna be able to question her here and actually learn maybe a bit more about her. I'm hoping. It's snowing. It's snowing on Mount Fuji. Let's look around at things. Jungle gym. Pansies. I see sea salts by the seashore. Swing set. I'll make that joke every time. A slide. A slide. Sandbox. Tree. Iowan. Oh yeah, I recognized that this was here, and then I was like, wait. Forgot to follow up on it. Ah, the bitch Avengers. The titular group of female heroes from an American comic. Their members consist of a murderer, a junkie, a thief, and a housewife. They use cruel tactics to defeat the bad guys, fighting fire with fire. A real picaresque story. Good. How's this pronounced? Is it chitin? Chitin? Synthetic skin made from chitin, often used for skin transplants for burn patients. It's a polysaccharide polymer, which includes nitrogen. It's the main component of arthropods, crustaceans, and mollusks. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, immune properties, so it's well suited as artificial skin. However, if used as artificial skin, chitin is decomposed by enzymes excreted by the body, so it's not permanent. The artificial skin acts as a cover for naturally recovering skin. For Uru, half of its face is most likely beyond the point new skin could grow back, so it probably needed consistent reapplication for new artificial skin. I don't know if it was exactly this, but I've talked about, I think this before, I worked at a summer camp for disabled kids many summers ago now at this point. And one of the special weeks this summer camp would put on is like burn victims week. I don't know if that was the official term for it, but like burn survivors and like stuff like kids that, you know, had bad experiences there. And I'm pretty sure there was one of these kids that had like a very, like, at the time it looked like very interesting, like synthetic skin, like, I don't know exactly what it was, and I didn't know who to ask, but I was like, that looks kind of cool. I don't know if that was I don't know if it's even appropriate for me to be like, huh, that looks kind of cool. It was some kind of like artificial, it wasn't even just like, it wasn't even like regular skin grafts. It was something else. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it was something I remember at the time being like, oh. Sometimes you transplant skin from like the butt to cover burns. Yeah, I know there's like skin, like, yeah, like transplant movement. Ah, yes. The informational text of Trauma Center under the knife. True. Oh, that's like that stuff though when you think about like how they grow like when they grow like a human ear using like skin cells from like a pig or something. Crazy stuff. Medical marvels. SAT. Special assault team, special team in the Japanese police force which specializes situations. Wait, skipped a line. Special team in the no, I didn't. Police force which specializes situations in which firepower is required. Is there a word missing there? A special team in the Japanese police force which specializes situations. I think in is specializes in situations in which firepower is required. The game made me thought I missed a line when I just missed a word. Such as counterterrorism or hostage situations. SAT is actually unofficial acronym. They are present in Tokyo, Osaka, Hokkaido, Chiba, Kanagawa, Aichi, Fukuoka, and Okinawa. Look at my pronunciation. Buddy. Friends. I rubbed my buddy. An old-fashioned analog method of taking pictures. It is a fan's ultimate goal to be able to take one with an idol or maid. Great. Date eavesdropping. This time, Aiba accidentally used an open connection, opened Abyss affiliates and authorized personnel. Date's eye socket is still equipped with an eyeball communication device. Therefore, Aiba and Mizuki's conversation was heard by Date. When the two went to talk in secret, they have a whisper channel. Tama and Ryuki have something similar. Right. Black Widow. Female character from a certain American comic. She lives in Tokorozawa. Saitama is a watermelon thief. She spits out the seeds to bore her enemies with holes to kill them. She references her tight leather pants. Her fly is constantly open, exposing her panties, thus the reason for her name, Black Widow. Meme song. Oh wait, fuck, I missed the... Date. He wandered all over the country after losing his memory in the explosion 6 years ago. Just seeing the news of Jin's left half being found, he regained all his memories. In order to perform his own investigation, he used Gen's mask. He likes pelvises. Uru. The true identity of Terror. When he was 6, he was kidnapped by Chikara and Tokiko from Iowan. He was held in the basement of Horodori Institute and constantly had the organs in his right half taken away, ultimately his face as well. And then Jin Furue was killed by Terror, aka Uru Somizuki, 6 years ago. He had inoperable tumors in the right side of his body, constantly received organs from Uru, ultimately his face as well. I'm really curious if this game has another big twist to deliver me. That was the other thing I was thinking walking away from Monday's stream. I was like, okay, so there's this thing, but is there gonna be like another big thing? Am I just always gonna be wanting, wait, is there more? Am I always just gonna be wanting, it must be in the manual, yeah. The true flowchart. Am I just always gonna be wanting more? This game won't be able to deliver? My older sister, technically, she's the original that I was based off of, but I don't want to think about it like that. Oh, she's more of my big sister by proxy. All right, let's ask about February 6 years ago.
It's like I told you. I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind, but I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed. That's why I started following the HB case.
I was raised at Iowan too.
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horodori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby. But the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places. But we're both named Mizuki, and we looked really similar. So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki.
Mizuki. Why were you hiding your identity?
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. And one way or another, you'd find out. You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko.
I think we kind of talked about this before. But the whole like, oh, your parents aren't these people and you're actually grown in a lab or whatever kind of thing. Kind of an interesting choice for what ultimately boils down as like, I mean, you could call it a retcon, but it's just like, just a reveal of a thing. It's kind of there.
I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least.
I see. But why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point.
Maybe that's true.
Continue about 6 years ago. Asked her about what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. The 12th? the 14th.
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone.
It's very convenient that Terror's mask at this point only broke like halfway through. Just very convenient. Maybe it was like breakaway, like it was like, you know, it's designed so that if it was to get hit and shattered a bit, it would just break like, it would stop at the halfway mark.
If you do, I will kill her. I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago.
But I think it's okay to start talking now.
Why?
I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts. We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
But you don't remember anything from February 6 years ago, do you?
Also not as convenient, but the fact Tokiko appears out of nowhere when she was already dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another thing, yeah.
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral.
Yeah, exactly. That does make sense. I kind of forgot about that moment, but yeah. Because at the time, you're like, I think even the characters and then us as the player are like, okay, why is she back? What is this I'm seeing kind of thing? And yeah. Yup.
The Abyss communication network was also offline, so there was no backup taken.
What happened after I arrived at Ioan?
They took me to Horadori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember, but they did terrible things. I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws. My time with Horadori Institute ended when I was 9 and you were 3. It shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right?
You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition.
Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me.
So that different colored eye that she's got, that's just like a prosthetic or a glass eye or something, right? The game isn't going to try to be like a triple plot twist. She also has an eyeball, an AI ball, and it is named, it's a guy, and it's named Ball, just Ball, to really just hammer home the pun.
Ultimately, it was
or
Mr.
non-pun,
Che,
I guess.
the chairman.
So when you were 9, you were adopted by...
Man, everyone's got cool AI balls. They got, you know, Aiba, Tama, and I've got Mr. Ball.
The Chiedas. I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna.
I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
What about after that?
You said something about an eccentric woman?
Yeah, I was adopted by her.
Do you mean...
Shizue Kuranushi. Boss.
Oh, okay.
Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now.
Okay, so we're finally... although technically I think I had this kind of pegged indirectly. I said that, oh, the masked woman is probably the boss's daughter, right? Now, did I know that it was going to be all of this relating to that? No. But I was like, there wouldn't be a reason for boss to, I think, at least twice bring up something about how she had a kid.
You think that sounds kinda lame, huh?
No, it's not that.
Why did boss adopt you?
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy.
So she wanted to make you work for her.
I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me. Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18, I was hired as a top secret member of Abyss. Boss wanted someone who she could rely on. Someone who would never betray her. She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations. Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, a kunoichi.
Basically, I'm a ninja. I'm cool like that.
Which is why my existence at Abyss had been hidden. The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki. Ryuki? Why? I wonder.
I mean, I wondered too, that's why I asked. Give me the information.
By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name.
But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute?
I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute. I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit. And you remember what they called us at Iowan, right?
You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki.
Yeah.
Is that what I called you?
No, you were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me BB.
BB.
BB?
Yeah.
BB, huh?
Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this.
Good point.
BB.
There's still tons we don't know about the HB case.
I hear BB, I think of like the bridge baby thing
Follow
in
me.
Death
I
Stranding.
want to show you something.
BB. Think of Guillermo del Toro's character going BB.
Huh? What is it?
Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's go, BB.
BB. BB. Oh, there they are. Just take this screenshot like out of context. Show this image to someone who only played the first game and then just be like, here you go. This is what awaits you in the second game, and they'd be like, what? Of course they would maybe get spoiled a bit, but you'd have to wipe their memory after.
What the fuck? This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears.
Jeez, just relax.
I can't just relax. What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here? Oh, and most importantly, who the hell is this?
What? Isn't it obvious?
Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Why are you dressed like that? Where is Genny? What are you doing here? And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me?
I'm sorry, Mizuki.
Okay.
Okay. I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him.
Then he got captured by terror but managed to escape.
And he's been wandering the Earth for the past 6 years.
Been going on a journey for 6 years.
5 days ago, on the 10th, he heard the news about Jin's body being found.
And finally got his memory back.
That's right.
My voice reaches Date's brain right now. That's because there's a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. This is the same for Mizuki Kurunushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kurunushi. It's kind of long. I'll just call her BB. Great. kind of dance do I like? Manipuri. Wait, did I ever get to switch the costume into whatever the latest thing that I'd bought before was? I forget. Oh, I did. It was the K mask in the hands.
You can hang out as much as you want.
Great. Posters. Menu. I'm committing to it. Door. Houseplant. Oil drum. Chair. Recommended dishes. Ganesha. Freezer, there's a dead body inside. Kitchen. Counter. Alcoholic beverages. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Leon first. What time is it?
Why do you ask?
No reason.
It is currently 4:25 a.m. Daybreak is close.
About BB.
I've known her for a long time. She's a former coworker from back when I was doing bad stuff. Back then, I used to call her Quartz.
Hey, don't just blurt that out.
It's a cool nickname.
Mizuki's name comes from crystal. The kanji for crystal can be read as Mizuki.
Crystals are the solid form of silicon dioxide, a mineral, most often recognized as quartz.
Wait, so you were in a Thieves Guild, BB?
The snow isn't letting up.
Don't change the subject.
Why are you here?
There's a reason I'm here with Kizzy. I got a call from my old pal Date.
I asked him to unlock something for me.
Are you talking about the freezer?
No, I got that open on the 13th.
It was a different lock this time.
Anyway, that is when we met with Date and the
Excuse
woman
me?
he was with.
The woman?
I was there too.
About BB.
I suppose Big Sis has already told you everything. Big Sis and I lived in the same home for 6 years. But I never thought my Big Sis was my Big Sis's Big Sis.
So confusing.
Anyway, Mizuki Date, I will call you Little Big Sis from now on.
Little big sis.
And you, Mizuki Kuranushi, I will call you Big Sis.
Still, just as confusing.
Mizuki is BB's clone. Date already knows this, BB told him, but Kizuna and Leon don't know this yet. They think they're just sisters. You okay? Are you cold?
It is snowing outside, but do not worry about us. My heart is burning strong.
I heard you went missing.
I am a little embarrassed to admit this, but Leon and I plan to elope.
What?
May I ask why?
Kizzy's father won't accept me.
He threatened to send Leon to prison if he continued to see me,
That's when I suggested that we run off together.
and I agreed.
So you two...
Yeah. They're both on the run for love.
But we don't know exactly where we want to go yet.
Right. We need some more time to think about it.
Did you tell Ricci?
I have told him that I am safe and sound.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you weren't kidnapped.
I am so sorry that I worried you.
Yeah, I'm sorry about all this, you guys.
BB.
BB.
But what?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to call you by that name.
Where's the real Genny?
I don't know. Not here.
It's fine. I know where he is. Don't you have an idea too?
When did you find out about the corpse in the freezer?
Last night, Date called me out of the blue. He told me about the corpse. And how he was pretending to be Genny. And everything else he knew.
My original BB. Table. Why were you pretending to be Genny?
I know that Horadori Institute and Nyes are both caught up in the HB case. Gen was created at the Institute, and he was acquaintances with Tokiko. So, by borrowing his mask, I could snoop on Tokiko and other members of Horidori Institute.
But why do you still look like that here?
Horidori Institute and nice people come here all the time. Imitating Gen makes it easier to eavesdrop on them.
Why'd you reveal your identity now?
Gonna be honest, this has gotten way out of hand. I can't do this on my own. We need to work together to stop their plan.
Their plan?
Yeah, their nirvanA initiative. So first, I contacted Mizuki Kuranushi.
Date and I met 6 years ago. He knew how to get a hold of me.
I shared everything I had, and told her to find you, Mizuki.
To help stop them?
Basically.
Who is the corpse in the freezer?
Let's talk about it later. Trust me, if I explain it now, it'll only confuse you.
Let me just say one thing.
What? You have more insults to hurl at me for missing 6 years of your life?
No, it's not that. Maybe she just wanted to hear you say, Mizuki, you've grown so much, or something emotional like that.
No, not that either.
Ah, right. For you, it's been 6 years. For me, it's different. I've been back for 4 days dressed like this. I've been watching you guys the whole time, so I don't really have anything sappy to say.
I told you it's not that!
I'm home. Welcome back. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Alright, okay. Let me try this again. Mizuki? I'm home.
Welcome back, Date. But that's not what I wanted to say. I threw away all your porno mags.
How dare she?
Okay, I'll ask again. What's the deal with the corpse? Why is it in the freezer?
It's better that you see for yourself.
Let me just show you.
Another corpse?
No, not one more.
Not one at all.
It's half.
So, you finished reading the file?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now do you understand? Now you know whose left half is in the freezer. Jin. Jin Furue. That's what he really looks like.
And this body?
Uru Somizuki. Terror. He murdered 3 people 6 years ago. Jin, Chikara, and Andy's Kameji.
Yes, we established.
What's this? There's some kind of device in there.
It appears to be a jet-like nozzle device. The box appears to have some kind of jet-like nozzle device inside.
Burning torch. Sand. Well, it's partially broken. There's a hidden safe beyond it. Destroyed. It's destroyed. Uru's right half. Pillar. About Uru Somizuki.
I can't really say anything more than what's in the file.
Uru Somizuki. He's the child that was kidnapped from Iowan when he was 6.
It was Chikara and Tokiko who took him. They wanted to make him Jin Furue's donor.
So for over a decade, they did surgery after surgery, giving more and more of Uru to Jin. Half of his face, too.
The skin he lost was replaced by an artificial skin made of carbon chitin. Half his face was transplanted onto Jin's as well.
Right. And it was only half because Jin had a percent-shaped birthmark on the left side of his face.
a holy symbol for the Order of Percent. It was considered sacred.
How dare you? You can't take the fucking birthmark off his face.
And Chikara, being a devoted follower, couldn't get himself to rip that skin off.
Which is why the left half of Jin's face was left untouched.
And after all those transplants, Jin's body ended up being cut in half.
6 years later, February of this year, Uru's body was cut in half.
So what was discovered was Jin's right half and Uru's left half.
Jin and Uru are essentially mirror images of one another.
So when the police were identifying Uru's body, they got their DNA sample to compare against from Jin's organs.
And because those were originally taken from Uru, it naturally follows that they match.
So that's why...
That is the mistake that caused investigators to believe that they were the same person.
What happened up until now?
I wanted to ask Shoma about the genetic experiments, so I visited him.
And I looked like Gen, so it didn't raise any concerns.
He told me a lot.
About his body and his older sister, and about the hidden safe.
That's what we came here for. Wait,
Shoma has an older sister?
Yeah,
you know her well.
Kizuna and Iris's friend.
A mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
A Mame Doi.
Really?
A Mame Doi. When did you get here?
Only a few hours ago, around 1 a.m.
I asked Leon to open the door to the staircase.
So the lock you mentioned earlier.
That's right. The lock to the staircase door.
That's when I asked them about their plans to run away together.
Then the four of us headed down the stairs. Leon carried Kizuna down.
And that's when we found the corpse on the ritual platform.
How did you find out?
I used Marco's X-ray function. Marco? The name of my AI ball in my left eye.
No!
He's pretty shy. He doesn't talk much.
Oh, he doesn't talk. Okay, yeah.
Unlike someone else I know.
Excuse me, are you talking about me?
Mm-hmm. I know Iba really well. We were partners 6 years ago. When I was hired at Abyss, I was supposed to get Marco transplanted into my left eye. But he wasn't finished yet. So instead, I got Iba.
But Iba and Date.
Yeah, Iba and Date were kind of fighting at the time. And I needed to see if I was compatible with an AI ball at all, so...
I see. I apologize. I do not remember anything from back then.
Because of the explosion, right?
Yes.
It's kinda sad. I made so many memories with you, Iba.
Why were Iba and Date fighting?
Well, you see, I was so preoccupied with my work.
No. It was because you tried watching VR porn while Iba was still in your left eye.
That does sound like something that would make me very angry.
I told you 1,000,000 times, it was just a watermelon splitting video.
About Jin Furue.
I don't need to explain it. You should already know.
Jin Furue, the child of Tokiko and Chikara.
He was born with a rare and complicated disease. It caused inoperable tumors to grow in the right half of his body.
Jin might have had it worst of all. He got his first transplant when he was really young. I don't think he wanted to take organs from Uru. Remember what it said in Uru's diary? He said he wanted to apologize. I think he is referring to Jin.
So you think the transplant was done against Jin's will?
I'm not positive, but that's just the feeling I get.
Are Leon and Kizuna okay? Leon and Kizuna aren't here right now. We split at Brahmin.
They're not going far away, are they?
They should be fine. They said they were going to think hard about where to go.
I've been wondering, 6 years ago, why did Uru cut the bodies in half?
That was for the nirvanA initiative, right?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the plan? And speaking of, is the nirvanA initiative still happening? I mean, after all, Terror's dead.
Right. The mastermind is dead. But you saw it. On the night of the 13th, on the rooftop of Misaton. That was Terror. It was definitely Uru's voice. But Uru should have been dead.
Perhaps his voice was recorded.
Either way, the rehearsal happened even after Terror died.
Which means...
the main event will likely still happen as well.
Yeah, it's safe to assume it will proceed as planned.
But I still don't understand the full scope of the nirvanA initiative.
When, where, how? We are completely in the dark.
Why don't you ask the culprit?
Yeah, good idea. Hey, Uru, what's up with your plan, you asshole?
No, that's not what I meant. There are other culprits.
Whoever killed Uru and Tokiko.
You believe they might know something about the nirvanA initiative?
I don't know for sure, but they at least might have some clues.
We don't have enough information yet. Looks like we're gonna need some extra help.
Help?
Over here. Come with me.
There's nothing over here.
You would think that, right? But check this out.
Imagine a villain dying at the halfway point of the game.
Open sesame!
Oh.
Marco, please.
Marco, or as I called him, Mr. Ball.
What is this?
Do you like it? Erotic, isn't it?
How is this in any way erotic?
Much more erotic than watermelon splitting.
Let's get going.
Yeah.
I was worried there for a second.
What? What does this mean?
It means exactly what you see.
There are two cathedrals?
That's right.
Mizuki, look.
Ah, stick and jerk. There's two of everything in this game.
Ryuki.
I'm here too.
Tama.
How is Ryuki doing?
Terrible. It was a bad idea to show him this place. He's been like this for hours.
He's so tiny. Sand coming down from the ceiling.
Marco,
Two cathedrals.
can you send Iba the data?
Got it. Opening it. It is a cross-section of the two cathedrals.
You get it now? There's one on the east and one on the west.
Terror blew up the west one. This one, right here.
Which happens to be the same side Ryuki met Terror. What he called his execution chamber.
On the east side was Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file.
And that mysterious box.
The one connected to the Nice building is the east one. You can take the elevator up to the president's office.
Why two cathedrals?
Huh. Beats me.
Maybe it has something to do with what Nice believes. 2 in 1. I think they were obsessed with that.
Stupid, shameless man. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Dick Pillar. About Ryuki. Oh. Saw a UFO. Hide them.
Of course I do.
Oh.
Do you hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I want to shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs.
Ah.
6 years ago, he... It made my heart condition worse. It affected my work. I can't investigate properly if I have to go to the hospital all the time. But when I heard you recently joined Abyss, I shadowed you. And February 10th, when you went to the stadium, I got there before you and found the corpse. At the time, I had no clue it was Uru's left half. But I knew it had to do with the HB case from 6 years ago. I told you before that the one thing I wanted was for you to live a normal life. I couldn't let you get caught up in this case. I had to stop you. That's why
I took the shot!
I see. You shot at Mizuki to dissuade her from finding the corpse.
Thanks, BB. I know you shot at me, with the best of intentions. Are you okay?
He appears to at least be breathing.
It might not be if there was rope and a branch in here. This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years. He regretted what he did and blamed himself. He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets. And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kizuna on top of that? Yeah, Terror detonated the bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kizuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing him. He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse.
I don't care if he feels bad about it. I still don't forgive him.
Easy. He had his reasons.
I also implemented a self-destruct program. If I activate it, she'll be lost forever.
About Kizuna.
I heard. So she eloped, huh? Had nothing to do with the video. It was just Ryuki's active imagination.
Why are you here?
Date called me.
Yeah. I told him to head over to the other cathedral.
Does that mean he saw Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file?
He did, yep. And then he came here through the hidden passage.
What about the self-destruct program in Tama?
I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back, and that function was deleted. That's when Ryuki opened up about what happened.
Why didn't you share this earlier?
I couldn't. Ryuki betrayed Abyss. He did something you can't come back from. I couldn't let anyone find out.
So you protected him.
It's the same reason I didn't upload the investigation data from 6 years ago. I made an oath. No matter what, I will protect Ryuki.
But Ryuki himself could have informed us sooner.
You should know why he didn't do that. Why he gave in to Terror's demands.
He wanted to protect his loved ones.
Wouldn't you do the same?
Wouldn't you do the same?
Ryuki, you made a mistake. But lying around here in all your misery isn't gonna fix anything. If you really regret what you did, solve this case. That's the only way to atone. Ryuki, I remember one night we went out drinking. You told me about your little brother. You always talk about him when you drink. You made him a promise, right? You said, I'll become a hero of justice. If I've fallen, I just need to get back up again. You used to say it all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. As long as you have a body to do it, you climb back up again. Come on, Ryuki. Climb above the debris. It doesn't matter if you're pitiful. It doesn't matter if you show vulnerability. You struggle, you crawl, and you make it back to the top. That's what we do. That's what makes us human.
Mr. Date. Everyone. I...
Ryuki, now's not the time to cry.
She's not having any of this.
Come climb up here.
You mean...
Don't get me wrong. I'll only forgive you after we solve this case. So...
Okay.
After that, we all shared information. Iba, Tama, and Marco shared everything on the local network. Date received everything as well via the device implanted in his eye socket. Anything that wasn't recorded electronically, we shared verbally. Everything from 6 years ago, everything from this year. All the information, including Somnia, from top to bottom.
So, the first thing on the agenda is stopping the nirvanA initiative.
When? Where? How? We don't know anything about it.
We should know everything except where. Tama shared all her data, right?
I did receive the information.
I didn't give it a close look.
Ryuki, can you tell us more about the nirvanA initiative?
Yeah. I'll explain everything in order. First, Terror, Uru, created a video.
Oh, I have to pick him, don't I?
Don't worry about me. You should talk to Ryuki.
Why are you talking to me? It's Ryuki's turn, isn't it?
About the videos.
Uru created 3 videos. QR video, nirvanA trial, and nirvanA X. The QR video was the first.
The QR code on the signboard in Jin's body. That was a link to the video, right?
Right. So it was first made public 6 years ago, on February 10th. The motive was...
merely a small part of my plan. It's the prototype.
There were stories about people who went missing after watching the video, but...
It's just an urban legend.
It was actually the second video that caused people to go missing. The nirvanA trial.
About the nirvanA trial.
It was uploaded on February 9th.
Back when Uru was still alive.
But what for?
I think it was a beta version of nirvanA X, the third video. For testing purposes for the main event.
Testing what?
There was a code, like bats490 in the nirvanA trial video. That code led to the Eastern Cathedral. The coordinates led to the staircase.
Yeah, but that door has tons of locks.
Right, but the staircase had another code. By solving that, you could collect the numerous keys located all over the city. And those who did solve everything would be able to unlock the door to the Eastern Cathedral. Did you notice the box? Inside was a device that shot TC Purge. If you open the box, it triggers.
About TC Purge.
When it enters the brain, it can even overwrite the DNA structure inside neurons. It can make you see things, make you dance. It makes you do weird things over and over.
And it spreads in the air. If this virus gets out somehow, the human race is in for a rough trip. Can you picture it? The whole world going crazy. People everywhere doing unpredictable things. Crazy things. Over and over.
I'll be honest. I contracted TC Purge. Because I opened the box.
But it's okay. Ryuki has developed a resistance to it. And he can't spread it either. Having said that, TC Purge is still a problem. Before the body develops a resistance, it can spread. Not to mention the neurons that are damaged can't be repaired.
That's why Ryuki was acting weird.
Is that what it looked like? When I was infected with TC Purge, my symptoms got worse. Disorientation, short-term memory loss, hallucinations.
He's been seeing hallucinations for 6 years now. The mental trauma of what happened to his brother.
Anyway, those who solved the code and opened the box contracted TC Purge, and as a result, they started acting strangely.
And now, there are people dancing and rioting in the streets, and a lot of suicides.
I see. These people would have no motivation to return home.
The world is in chaos,
That's why so many people went missing.
as shown by that picture.
In other words, Uru's experiments were a success. He's dead now, but his plan is still alive.
I'm guessing his lackeys are carrying out the plan now. To raise the curtain on the main event.
Main event.
I think I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna shoot the rocket somewhere.
With TC Purge on the warhead.
The rocket will explode.
And the virus will spread?
Yeah.
Most likely, yes.
Tons of people will get infected with TC Purge.
It will grow in their bodies.
And inevitably spread.
From one person to another.
If we do things that are beyond the comprehension of the designer, simultaneously, all around the world, bugs will start appearing everywhere.
This will lead all mankind to reach moksha, an emancipation from this fictional world.
That is the nirvanA Initiative.
Even if this nirvanA thing turns out to be bullshit, the virus itself is a problem.
Right. I don't know if it will really cause glitches to appear or anything, but it'll be mass hysteria.
Oh, let me see this. As a note, if leaders act right in their respective times, like they know the correct information. When he's in the present, he still acts like he's on the past. Yeah. 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 Oh, I see, yeah. I don't know if it will really cause glitches to appear or anything, but it'll be
There
nice.
is already an uptick in suicides.
When is the plan going to happen?
The final video, nirvanA X, is already public.
There's a 7-digit number, which is probably a time and a date.
February 15th, 12 o'clock.
February 15, 12 o'clock.
Noon, today.
Iva, what time is it now?
7:55 a.m.
We have 4 hours and 5 minutes.
We barely have 4 hours left.
Where is it going to happen?
Well,
We don't know.
my guess is the other letters that were in the video are some kind of code too. Maybe they point to a location.
No. I converted the letters to numbers and checked the coordinates.
It's an area in the Pacific Ocean. No land around. I don't think those coordinates are where the plan is happening.
Then where could it be?
Oh, I remember something BB said earlier. The culprit who killed Uru and Tokiko. Maybe they have a clue.
Right.
Well, in that case, there is one person. I don't know if they're the culprit, but they might have some valuable information. I didn't know where to find them before, but I've got a good idea now. That person, she's probably with Shoma.
With Shoma. Let's go. We're so cool.
I understand. I'll tell you the truth.
Big sis!
Amame.
The corpse in the freezer at Brahmin. I'm the reason it's there. It's my fault. 6 years ago, February 11th, my father called me here. Shoma wasn't here. Only my father would have a corpse.
Mama told us that Jin's body was hidden under the floor. Same body half that was in the suitcase. Mama said that she'd take care of it. She brought it to Gen, and they stored it in the freezer at Brahmin.
Genny didn't do anything wrong. I asked him to do it. And Shoma has nothing to do with this. He just found out too.
Mame, that's not what we're here to ask.
We're looking for the person who killed Terror and Tokiko.
What? Terror is dead?
We didn't have time to explain everything. We told them about Terror's identity and the nirvanA initiative as quickly as we could.
You can tell us more about what you know at the station.
Amame, will you come with us?
No, no!
Uh-oh.
I don't care what you say. You can't take Big Sis away.
I agree with Shoma. I don't want you taking Amame away.
Alright, well, it's not up to you guys. So back the fuck up.
What's the problem?
We just want to talk.
Wait, Amame, did you kill Terror and Tokiko?
What are you saying?
Amame didn't kill anyone.
You finished that robot, right?
Oh, yeah.
Talking to the robot.
You named it Robo-G, huh?
Yeah, it's the second one, like a second child, so I named him Robo-G. He's much more powerful than before. It can hold so much more weight than the previous model. Wait a minute, who cares?
I care.
Could you people just leave?
It's a monowheel robot. Robo-G.
We don't have much time. We need to do something about Shoma and Genny.
Knock him out. We can do it.
Did
By
you
the
get
way.
rid of the Cleone in the fridge?
No.
The guy who doesn't put the toilet seat down. That's good. Let's add a rooster. Are you okay?
What? The TC Purge? I told you already. I've developed a resistance to it.
But your brain's neurons were still affected, right?
Yeah, but those symptoms are being held in check with some special medicine.
It's not mass-produced, so we can't give it to too many people, if that's what you're thinking.
It's Ryuki. Seems fine now. Take the toy hammer and bonk Shoma on the head with it. Why are you protecting Mame?
I won't let you. She's my sister.
But we're not here to arrest Mame.
The statute of limitations for abandoning a corpse is 3 years.
She can't be prosecuted for hiding a body 6 years ago.
But I have a bad feeling.
A bad feeling?
If she's not guilty of anything, then that's all the more reason you can't take her. I'm not gonna let anyone drag her away. I already lost my dad. If you take Big Sis, When I was in 1st grade, Big Sis gave me a radio-controlled toy. That's how I got into building things. She took me to robot expos and bought me books and parts. And she's working hard to save money to send me to college. These last 6 years have been hell. It was hard and painful. Sometimes I wanted to die. But she's always cheered me up and supported me.
During all of the gene therapy.
Big Sis always protected me. Now it's my turn to protect her. She's more important to me than my own life. So, if you're gonna take her, you're gonna have to kill me first.
Shoma.
Shoma.
Do you hate Terror? The man who killed your father? Terror's plan is still ongoing. The nirvanA initiative? It's going to bring Nye's madness to the whole world. We need to talk to Mame in order to stop it. Do you want Terror to win? Don't you want to stop his plan? Destroy his ambitions? Isn't that the only way to get closure for your father's death? If you resent Terror, if you want revenge, please. We need your help, Shoma.
I'm Santa. Alright, Genny, move aside.
Sorry. I can't let you do that. I came here to protect Amame. Date, if only you didn't find the body in the freezer.
I'm trying to tell you, we're not here to arrest anyone.
But I just can't let you.
Again, you're not making any sense.
Hold on. Are you hiding something?
He's gotta be hiding something. About Mame.
Amame accepted every part of me. She saw me for who I was. It wasn't out of pity or sympathy. Her accepting me came naturally, like it was nothing. I've never met anyone like her. And I need to care for her the way she's cared for me. I promise to protect Amame, so I can't let you.
Kenny. That's all the more reason then.
If you really have those feelings for her.
If we do nothing, Terror will accomplish his mission.
A terrible virus is going to spread.
The world will devolve into chaos. No one will be safe.
Not even Amame.
No.
So you need to help us.
We need Mame's information to stop this plan.
Amame must know something.
Are you okay with ruining her future?
Don't you want to protect her?
Then please.
Genny. The reason we want to talk to Mame.
Mame, you know something important, don't you? Something about the nirvanA initiative and Terror. Maybe something about Tokiko. That's what we're here to find out.
About Komeiji.
Well...
I know this is a touchy subject, so let me say it. Terror killed Komeiji, your father. It stands to reason that you absolutely despise Terror.
Are you saying she killed him?
That's ridiculous!
6 years ago on February 13th.
6 years ago on February 13th, you saw Terror, didn't you, Mame? At Studio Devita?
What happened back then? What did he say? You still haven't told us. I looked into her head yesterday, but there was nothing on what happened at Devita. But in the Somnium, Mame said...
nirvanA. Collected. Genocide.
Which would mean you know something about the nirvanA initiative.
February 12th this year.
Ryuki looked into Tokiko's head. 3 days ago, on February 12th. He saw Tokiko threatening someone.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
Could Tokiko have been threatening you, Amame?
And February 10th this year.
5 days ago, on February 10th, did you meet with Tokiko? We don't have hard evidence, but a witness saw you.
Anyway, Mame headed into Horadori Institute by herself. I saw another person follow her in right after. It was Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure, president of Nye's Japan.
I hit the buzzer.
No way.
A thermite bomb.
A what?
You're right.
It sure is.
That little...
Oh.
Hey, Shoma, what is this?
It's a bomb. A thermite bomb.
I know that!
Then why did you ask?
Why is it here?
I made it.
You made it?
Thermite reactions are pretty simple. You can make one easily using common products.
But why did you make it?
Well, to get revenge for my dad. I wanted to get terror.
You were going to use this on him?
Yeah, but I guess it has no use now. Terror is dead, right?
God damn it. You just made the situation so much worse.
Let's decide what to do about that later.
Right. There is a more pressing issue.
What are we going to do?
The two of them aren't going to budge.
I really don't want to do this. But if we have to use force...
No, you can't do this.
Yeah, I won't let you take Big Sis!
Yeti, Shoma, that's enough.
Amame.
Big Sis.
She's coming with us.
It's okay. I'll come back right away. Promise.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You promise?
I promise.
Now, Mame.
Let's go.
Come with me. And you'll see. Strap her in.
Is Ryuki gonna be okay? We left him there.
Well, we had to.
We couldn't just leave the bomb unattended.
So you left Ryuki to keep an eye on things.
The bomb squad should be headed to Shoma's house right now.
It's quite a shock, though. Amame was the one who killed Uru and Tokiko.
I never said that.
But she's suspicious as all hell, isn't she?
Regardless of how suspicious she is, she should know something about the nirvanA initiative.
When Ryuki synced into her yesterday, he didn't find anything.
Do not worry. I received the Somnium data from Tama. Because we are returning for a second time, we should be able to go deeper than we did previously.
All right, we're ready to go.
That's just how it works.
Start it up.
Deeper, deeper into the Somnium.
I'm sure you already know this, but the time limit inside Somnium is...
Oh my god, alright already. If you say it one more time, I'm gonna sock you.
Okay, okay. Let's begin.
Let the man do his job, Jesus. I always give him so much flack. He's got to say his number. It's a liability thing, I'm sure. It's a company policy. Go faster if they didn't constantly be like, hey, I already know. Alright, Sunfish Place. Sunfish Place. This is clear, it says Sunfish Pocket, and I'm like, oh, it's Sunfish Place.
That's the TV.
Welcome to the quiz show, Face to Face.
Face to face. Bam, 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 bam.
I am your host, Andy Skomeji.
A quiz show?
It disappeared.
I don't know anything.
Huh?
I really don't know.
Mame?
Mizuki, the data we got from Tama might come in handy. It's from when Ryuki synced with Amame.
Right. When we shared information at the cathedral earlier.
I extracted the evidence data that looked promising and converted it to a more usable format. Project this outward, and the structure of this Somnium world will waver and unveil hidden information.
In other words,
If we show Mommy the intel we got from Tama, we'll get a reaction.
Yes, but not just Amame. You can use the information to target many things in this Somnium.
So you're saying I can target, like, objects?
Correct.
If anything looks fishy, I'll try it out.
The details are under look. View the information there.
Oh boy. What the hell is this all about? Information and sound, right side secret, memory and wound, what Amame said in yesterday's sync. Did you see his murderer terror?
According to Tama's info, in the previous sync, there was a quiz battle. This is the first stage, the scavenger quiz. Amame likes music and voices. She collected many different kinds of sounds. She became highly skilled in gaining information from sounds.
So that might mean that there's information in the sound of Mame's Somnium.
During this sync, we should focus on the sound. This is Mame's Somnium from yesterday. Ryuki and Tama competed in a quiz battle to get this information. The information is as follows. Amame was often troubled, but when in doubt, she always chose the right option. When in doubt or when needing to hide something, she chose the option on the right. Thusly, all the occult quiz answers were on the right side.
So that wasn't just by chance.
This may be a common rule in Amame's Somnium.
Okay.
This is information Ryuki and Tama acquired playing the Spot the Difference game in Amame's Somnium. Amame came across many wounded things. Important things, the heart, blood. She carries all of that damage inside. All the correct answers were bloodied or otherwise damaged when playing the Spot the Difference game.
So we should look out for damaged things during the sync.
Yes, let's keep that in mind. More information we got from Ryuki regarding Mame's sync. nirvanA, collected, genocide. Amame said these words.
That has to be about the nirvanA initiative.
Most likely.
Mame must know something.
This is the reason Ryuki decided to sink into Amame. According to the investigation, there was a high likelihood Amame saw terror when she found Komeji's body, but this has not yet been confirmed. That's all of it.
Looks promising for the investigation.
Yes. Let's use this wisely.
Now,
Yeah,
Aiba.
let's.
Got it. Somnium scan, activate.
One. Two. 6, 7. Oh my god. So many. 8. 8. New record. Uncover Mommy's secret. Mommy knows info about the nirvanA initiative, but for some reason, she's hiding it. Use the intel you got from Ryuki to find out.
8
Oh boy.
mental locks.
More than usual.
That shows how strongly she is willing to hide her secret.
It's like a final boss Somnium.
Let's try talking to her first.
Currently, Amame has a secret which she covers with a lie. Blank, comma blank. In the Somnium, inspecting objects will make evidence appear. You can check the obtained evidence by pressing R2. When checking something, you can select the Show Evidence option to choose evidence from among the options. What? Okay. No panic. Go ask about the nirvanA initiative.
It's Amame.
Talk?
Amame, can you tell me what you know about the nirvanA initiative?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
The same answer. It seems suspicious.
According to the info Tama gave us, she has to know something.
Would you like to show her the evidence? It might cause a reaction.
Let's show her some evidence.
When our hidden truth is uncovered, the veil of lies crumble.
It's Amame.
Show evidence.
How about what Amame said in yesterday's sync?
Let's confirm the details.
This is the information Ryuki got from Amame during yesterday's sync. nirvanA collected genocide is what Amame said.
She has to be talking about the nirvanA initiative.
Yes. We should show her this.
Here, on top of time spent for selections, every time you use show, time will be depleted. When you're correct with show evidence, the current time spent time will be depleted. Look does not deplete time, so organize your thoughts and choose wisely. Great.
Amame, yesterday you said nirvanA collected genocide. Though it was in a dream, you were talking about the nirvanA initiative, correct?
It was just an internet rumor.
What site was it on?
She's not saying anymore.
I would like to keep questioning her, but I don't think we have anything that can draw more out of her.
Let's check other locations. According to Tama,
the characteristics we are looking for are something related to sound, something damaged, and right side only.
Okay. From a certain time at Amame, blank blank. The blank blank blank. The blank a blank. Is it on the counter?
A Volkman. A cassette tape player.
It's the one Mame always has on her.
So would I show the music thing? Please be right.
Genocide.
Why? It's Mame's voice.
The sound was distorted in the beginning. I was able to make out some words.
Boom, baby.
Oh, it
easy peasy.
We got the evidence. It should be fine. It's not information she got from the internet.
Let's show Mame again.
Okay, so then I bring that. A certain time Mame started having. Oh, we have to... Two things. Voice can't be determined if she heard it from someone. The evidence for how she knew was... Is it then back to this?
Amame, you heard about the nirvanA initiative from someone.
I'm getting sketched out by this new mechanic, slightly new mechanic this game is trying to introduce me to.
We have an idea of who that person was.
Treading carefully.
Let's set that aside for now. In any case, you couldn't forget what you heard. In your dream yesterday, you said, nirvanA collected genocide. Amame, answer me. What is the nirvanA initiative?
I don't know.
The intersection between the warp and left. That's where the scene can occur.
We did it. One down. Easy. No mistakes. No mistake. This is going to be a first time run. If this is potentially the last Somnium, I gotta make it count. I gotta do it. Find how Nyes is involved. A blank has no blank. Even so, blank blank.
Stop!
Oh, we got trapped. Oh my god, it's fucking Mauga's ultimate from Overwatch. We're trapped in his cage. Oh, we're not trapped.
I don't know anything.
What's this?
This is Amame's defensive reaction. She really wants to hide something.
A fucking reference for only people that play current Overwatch right now.
However, it appears to be permeable. We are one step closer. We should continue to evaluate how she reacts to get the information we are looking for.
Let's look around. Looks like a lot changed.
We are looking for something related to sound, something damaged, and right side only.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
Right side only. Some elephant trinket. Something damaged. What's damaged? You're damaged. Mysterious person damaged. Right. Oh. What Uma do I like? Mothman. Easily. Oh, I got just a turn around. Scattered magazine.
It is in pieces, but I can determine that this is some kind of occult magazine. This was not here before.
Why is it in pieces?
So should I always like read, piece together, scatter, read, piece together.
A book on Nai's teachings.
Mame? Do you have some kind of connection with Nai's?
I read about it online.
That is not possible. This information is not available online.
You lie, Amame.
Is Amame lying?
Yes.
I wonder why the occult magazine turned into that book.
Perhaps due to this somnium, everything is presenting a false appearance, hiding its true identity.
A false appearance?
Hey Mizuki, doesn't this book look like just the right side?
Oh, can we use the evidence?
For a certain time, Mommy started having recurring dreams. Wait, so then do I... I don't... Go to the elephant thing, maybe. What's my options here since I'm here?
Nothing is on the screen.
Turn on or break. There's this, what is it? Why is...
A photo of a deep sea fish.
I don't know about this one.
It's an elephant figure. Amame's personal belonging.
This doesn't seem right at all.
Now is not the time for that.
Great.
This is suspicious.
Who is it?
Inspect? Talk?
Who are you?
Simulation.
Tell me your name.
Simulation.
Not gonna answer, huh?
Simulation.
Perhaps this individual is a Nai's devotee.
Oh, I got a ×2. What the fuck? And I
You
can't
have
go
about 4 minutes left.
talk to her. Am I supposed to do another thing on this?
Nai's teachings. Only the right side.
Oh, was I supposed to... Fuck, I was supposed to just fucking...
This is the truth?
That seems to be the case. That doll was the one in the Nye's president's office. If Amame knows about it...
Amame, did you go to the president's office?
Well, Amame?
I always talked about it with Iris, the secret society of Nyes. I was curious, so I went to seek them out.
That means she could have heard about the nirvanA initiative from Tokiko.
Maybe it was so insane to her that it scared her, and she wanted to hide it.
If that was the reason, she could have simply told us at this point.
Yeah, true. There's another reason she can't tell us.
For a certain time, I always start having recurring dreams. The people, blank, blank. Alright, this is gonna sound... well... now where I go? I thought that was gonna be...
3 minutes left, Mizuki. Careful now.
I'm careful.
A TV. I'm sorry. Not in the mood.
Just time Mommy started having recurring dreams. People, what happened? The people, what happened?
A photo of a deep-sea fish. It seems okay to take, but we shouldn't.
Just disappear. There's only so many things left to...
This is suspicious.
Who is it?
Oh, then we show evidence? Broken glass doll.
Amame came into contact with you and subconsciously stored information.
I think if I do a
related to
retry... this is gonna sound crazy, and I know it's early, but if I want to keep the dream alive, I think it makes sense for me to go... because I wasted a lot of time getting the bad thing, the bad timey, the ×2, wasted time looking at things. I think this is nothing but a smart move on my end. A question with no answer is no blank. Oh, I can't auto skip this. Fuck. Penalty.
I don't know anything.
What's this?
This is Amame's defensive reaction. She really wants to hide something. However, it appears to be permeable. We are one step closer. We should continue to evaluate how she reacts to get the information we are looking for.
Let's look around. Looks like a lot changed.
We are looking for something related to sound, something damaged, and right side only.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
Alright, we go right into this. Piece together. Bam. Start having recurring people. What happened? The patterns were all similar. Gotta make sure I select the right thing. I feel like it's very easy for me to just accidentally click the wrong button.
This. Amame came into contact with you and subconsciously stored information related to you. The reason the doll appeared in this Somnium is because Amame went to your room. And the reason Nye's teachings were found here is because she met you. Which would make you... Tokiko Shigure?
Tokiko.
The code to the basement is 4901095.
Huh?
It is Tokiko. We should ask her what relationship she had with Amame.
Yeah, let's show her the evidence.
What's the evidence that connects Amame to Tokiko? I would say probably this. 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 The things we got
Amame,
in this section.
Have you seen a book of Nai's teachings? They only exist in Nai's facilities. And the broken glass doll, that was in the Nai's president's office, Tokiko's room. And you knew the access code that only Tokiko should know. What happened between you and Tokiko? Tell me everything, Amame.
Well...
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
I can't run from it. I need to do it.
Oh, it's such a long Somnium, Jesus. That's 2 of 8. A question with no answer has no right or wrong.
I knew it. Amame was being threatened by Tokiko.
Stop!
A shirt. Body bag. Thing.
I don't know! I don't know anything!
Wait. Tokiko was murdered.
What are you trying to say? Mame would never do that.
Tokiko had some kind of leverage over Amame. Some kind of secret. To keep her quiet. That would be motive.
No.
Oh, and one more thing. Date was explaining this at the Enda household earlier. Amame has motive to kill Terror as well. Her father was killed by Terror.
Andy's Komeiji.
Body bag? What is this? Outfit?
This is exactly how he was found.
So his body is inside the bag.
Is it just gonna be right side? No. More information we can talk about. Let's say in the Slum Secrets are on the right side. Memory and wound. What does this mean again? Something damaged. Is it damaged? Stop! Friend by maybe I should have just stuck this. No!
According to the footage that was on TV, Amame was being threatened by Tokiko. Tokiko knew Amame's secret
now I'm
and
just
was
guessing.
trying to get her
I'm
to
bad.
do something. Amame had a determined look on her face as she said she needed to do that something.
Do I need to just get out of here? I think I was being too abstract. Wait, can I not get out? Oh, so one of these, I have to pick one of these? So it is one of these. Boy. Oh. I was being, oh god.
Terror's iron mask.
6 years ago.
Why am I like
At the
this?
studio. I saw them. I was trying to untie Ryuki and they came in, pushing a stretcher. So I ran. But they got me. Next thing I knew, I had a gun pointed at me.
Sound. Wrench.
As Ryuki suspected, Amame had contact with Terror, Uru. At that time, she probably did not realize that inside the body bag was Komeji's corpse. But when Ryuki regained consciousness, Amame saw it, and...
She realized the man in the iron mask she saw was the person who killed him.
Yes.
Question is right, even so, blank still dwells
3
on
minutes
blank.
left, Mizuki. Careful now.
Only 3 minutes left. What am I doing?
Shoma's headphones.
Oh, I've got to do this times 2. I'm not gonna have time. We're doing the time problem again. I mean...
Huh. I can hear something.
Since Shoma's gone, I'm gonna borrow this. I'm sorry.
Shoma's robot.
Mame took Shoma's robot with her?
I used it to go shopping. That's it.
The center circle at the stadium. It is highly likely that it was that monowheel robot that carried Uru's body there.
Right, but without using the slicer, it's impossible. Mame didn't know that the slicer was in the basement of Horodori Institute.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Mizuki, you have less than 2 minutes left. Please hurry.
Oh, I'm so fucked. TV, wrench. Trident. There's the picture. Trident?
It's an orichalcum trident.
I don't want to do any of that.
The iron mask. It's broken in half, down the middle.
It is the left side, or, depending on how you look at it, the right side of the wearer. Indeed, let's call it the right eye side.
We gotta be really judicious with our time now at this point. We have no time. Oh god, I'm gonna have to redo this for somehow and fuck with the times and.
The statue at Horodori Institute.
Put the code in.
Nothing looks off about it at first glance, but there's gotta be something.
We should search this place.
I mean, what are the chances that the back half of the Somnium goes really quickly? And it's really simple. And the time things are really small.
I thought I heard something.
I think you're just hearing things.
It is a little past 12 a.m. on the 13th. This is the conversation that was held in the basement of Horodori Institute.
So, what we were hearing was Mame?
If she was not present, this conversation would not have played. Amame knew how to get to the basement. I suppose she was headed there on that day too, but she heard your voices and scrambled to hide.
Why?
That's where Tokiko's left half was, correct?
Are you accusing me?
Boom.
We have this much proof. I think you have an idea of what Amame did. Mizuki. Hey, Mizuki.
Yeah.
Mizuki, answer me.
Mizuki, you're an Abyss investigator. You need to face the truth.
I know.
L3 plus R3, face the truth.
I'll do this right.
Even so, blank still dwells on what could have been. What could have been? Five things of evidence. I'm gonna assume it's all 5 of the things here on the side.
Amame, you killed Uru to get revenge for your father, correct? But Tokiko saw you and blackmailed you. You killed her to keep her quiet. Then, you left Tokiko's right half in the president's office, and the left half remained in the basement of Horadori Institute.
You're not so smart. So many
Oh shit,
mistakes.
here's the flip. She's mad. What?
I need to carry it.
Okay. Choose your baby. The question with no answer is no right or wrong. Even so, Amame still dwells on what could have been.
Mame. Mame, what's wrong? We're wrong, right? You didn't kill anyone, did you? Please tell me you didn't do it.
Shut up. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Mame.
What would you have done? Can you honestly say you wouldn't do the same? Really? You always make the right decision? You don't know anything. Don't talk to me like you understand!
Okay. I would never do that.
This place is...
Mame?
We're in the void. Void.
the Enda household.
I'm sorry. We're getting a divorce.
I kind of, yeah, I did.
What are we going to do then?
I hate to ask you to do this, but you need to choose which of us you'd like to stay with.
You want me to choose, like, right now?
I'm sorry. It's all your daddy's fault.
Daddy.
I wasn't making money. I caused trouble for your mother. I'm really sorry.
Which is worse to lose? The father or mother?
What?
Which is worse to lose? The father or mother?
There's not a right answer to that.
I suppose she's asking you to answer the question like she had to.
I chose to go with Mom. But if I chose Dad... I'm going with you, Dad. You need my help. So I need to look after you.
Thank you.
Pick the right side.
I'm so glad to hear that.
If I chose my dad, I wonder how my future would have been different. I'm going with Mom. Mom works really hard. She needs my help.
That's true, isn't it? You need to take care of your mom.
I love your comedy, Dad. I'm always on your side.
Thank you. Daddy's gonna do his best. Just you watch.
She must feel guilt for her decision. But she did nothing wrong.
I can understand that would bother her.
Such bright white light. Jesus. I'm like lit up in this dark room of mine right now. Just staring at the screen like, oh.
What's next?
You got a prize at a contest? That's amazing, Shoma. It was always your dream to make a robot. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. It'll be a good memory. This might be my last time.
Last time? Why?
I used so much money to make that robot. Dad wanted a new outfit for work, but he's been putting it off. I can't be asking for stuff for my robots.
I see. If I work after school and on weekends, I can make like 100,000 yen a month, maybe. With that money, I can buy robot parts and a new outfit for Dad.
You're here for the interview, right? You want to work the night shift?
Yes. I want to make a lot of money.
How old are you?
24.
If you're in high school, I can't make you work late.
Huh? Be truthful and be poor. Or lie and make money. Which would you choose?
Another question.
Do I pick this?
I see. Okay.
I don't...
All the other jobs were too low paying. But I have some free time, so I'll come home and eat dinner. If we cook at home, it would save money, right?
You don't have to do that, but I think Dad would be happier about seeing you than the money.
Oh, Amame. I didn't know you were here.
Welcome home, Dad. If I saw my dad more, would I have noticed his problems?
Bah.
It's okay. I'm 20 years old.
You look so young. Well, the more popular you are, the more you get paid, so good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for some reason in my head, I thought I should always pick the right choice, like the answer that's literally on the right, but I should be picking what I think ended up like happening and stuff. So I got debated.
She
I feel
wanted to work,
I got
even
duped.
If it meant lying about her age.
Can I see how I have 46 seconds left? Oh no.
No, she needed to work.
Oh no.
She really cares about her family.
Is 46 seconds gonna be enough time? Oh man. Oh man.
Amame, sorry to call you so late.
It's fine. I just finished work. Are you okay?
What?
I was watching that one show on my phone. Faith to Face. It got pretty crazy.
Right. That. I'm okay. I did see half a corpse, but...
You sound upset. Should I come see you? You want me to be with you, right? That's why you called.
No, that's not it.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, don't worry about me. You be careful too. It can be dangerous out there at night.
I'm gonna go see Dad. I need to support him. Mommy, what should I do? I'm scared. Oh, Iris. You were there too, right? Yeah. I saw the dead body. So can we meet right now? Now? Please? I want you to be here. I'm... What would you do if your best friend and your family asked for help at the same time, and you could only choose one?
She chose best friend, didn't she?
I chose my best friend, but if I went to go see my dad... Iris, I'm really sorry, but I need to go see someone. He needs my help. I need to be there for him. Okay, I'll be fine. I understand. I'm sorry to ask you for such a weird thing out of the blue. I can stay on the line, though. I'll be listening. Mommy, thank you. If I went to see Dad, maybe he wouldn't have died. Okay, I'll be right there. Iris, where are you now? Thanks, Mommy.
I don't think I'm gonna have enough time. $26. Oh
Mame
God.
regrets this too.
Mommy.
Oh no.
The book.
I don't want to read this.
This world is only a simulation. You could have been saved by this truth, but... oh well. I'm going to tell you what I told you in the basement again. I saw everything that you did. If you don't want me to reveal what I know, do as I say.
What are you going to make me do?
On the night of the 12th, I will use the slicer to take my own life.
What?
No.
Tokiko killed herself?
Afterward, I want you to take my right half to the president's office. Leave my body on the desk. Use the hidden elevator when coming here. I will explain how to use it later. I will tell you about the master key and access code.
Why do I...
That's not all. There is more I need you to do. You know what will happen if you decline, don't you?
Which do you choose? Have your biggest secret spilled? Or be part of some dangerous plan?
Dangerous plan.
I had to obey. I had to do what she said. I understand. I can't run from it. I need to do it.
So I'm trying to keep track. So I was like, what, 6 seconds past now? Because then what I'm trying to do is do the math here of what I would have to have. 6 seconds, so 82 at that time. So I think 82 seconds then before getting to lock 3, or finishing lock 3, as of right now. Rough.
This is it.
I said 82, right? Yeah, I'm at -7. So -7, So 83.
Uru Somizuki.
Yes, this world is an imperfect one. I was put through much hardship, but it's all a simulation after all. As long as I can reach moksha, all will be well.
Seeing his character model motion and talk is kind of off-putting.
Teachings of Nais are absolute, as is the prophecy.
Hey, can I ask one thing?
Yes.
Are you really Terror?
Yes, I am. What of it?
Do you remember what happened on February 13th, 6 years ago?
Of course. I will never forget. That was the fateful day I met you. You were a witness to history. You are worthy to know our ideals, which is why I invited you here. Enough about the past. Let's talk about the future. A ViewCube video will soon be made public. nirvanA. Many people will watch it. Those who see it will collect in a predetermined location.
Why?
The first step for all mankind to reach moksha. I want to share the excitement with as many people as possible. At this important place, the intersection between the warp and weft.
The warp and weft.
That's where the scene can occur. And the nirvanA initiative will become reality.
I know what he did. I saw what he did. He came to the studio with a corpse on a stretcher.
This is magnificent! Don't you think so?
Why? Why do you just laugh about it? The daughter of the man you killed is right here. Right in front of you. He killed my dad. Over some stupid teachings and prophecy. He ruined Shoma's life and mine. It's all his fault. All of it.
Someone important was hurt in front of me. Make the person apologize, or get revenge. You. It's all your fault.
Good thing she had that handy wrench. So then 80... Oh man, I would have to have like... Oh, so much time. Boy.
I'm going to make you suffer the same pain.
She did it. She's gonna do it.
Regardless of the motive, Amame committed a serious crime. That cannot be overlooked.
I know, but this is just too much. If she never got involved, it wouldn't have happened.
If only she chose her father over her mother. If only she saw him more. He might still be alive. If she never ran into him again. If she didn't follow him. She may not have killed Uru. If that didn't happen, Tokiko wouldn't have used her. But there are no ifs in this world. You can agonize over it all you want, but you cannot go back and change your path. That is the truth of this existence.
I chose this path! I had to choose this path! Of course I feel guilty! Of course I'm scared!
But I did it! I did what was best for me! I don't care if people attack me for it! I have no regrets! I have no regrets!
Mommy.
If I go back to the quiz, all the right options are things that a mommy pick would pick. Right. Yeah, I know. Damn, okay. I'm gonna have to... The time thing... Oh, you mean with the one with Ryuki. I see what you're saying. I see. I thought for some reason you meant... See, I thought you meant right as in correct. And then this quiz with the thing. But I see what you're saying. With Ryuki's... With the other quiz thing. Okay. So yeah, I gotta make up like... Oof. Nearly like 100 seconds maybe. Get back. The end of craving. The end of craving.
Mame, I think I understand. Uro Samazuki, Terror, was killed by you, Mame. And Tokiko wasn't killed. She set herself up on the slicer and took her own life. But I'm still not clear on some things. Will you talk to us?
Brink, brink. But first, let me, who parts do I like? Costa Rica Sony Ball. I did it. Yeah. Oh, I hit the broom on accident. God. God. Strike me down.
Well.
Get me out of here. Alright. This should go quick because in theory, if there's not a ton of work, I have to... What is this picture? Oh, God. Spoilers. If I can just... The quiz thing would go super quick. In theory, right? Because then... It's just... I pick the answers and go fast forward. It basically comes down to, like I said, I think before the quiz starts, I think I have to have about 100 or so seconds. I think that's the math. I don't know if my math is right on that. Oh, yes, we get the K mask and everything. Oh, this is great. Is it gonna make me do all this? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not even gonna worry about the eyeballs right now. We'll do the eyeballs at the start of next stream. If that makes sense. Okay, ask about nirvanA initiative. This is gonna take like 2 minutes. And now that I know that this is just like a quiz thing that I can't affect, I need to just use all the timies I get during this. Because there'd be no point in saving them, the good ones and all.
It's a mom.
How about what Amame...
Oh, I should have, like, used one right there. I'm an idiot. I always forget that I can use it during the, at that section.
A bookman.
So, like, use the 6 evidence. Hopefully I didn't already fuck myself over by not using it that once. And then what evidence do we have? We do this. Oh, no, it's a sound. The fuck. No, 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 no. No, 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 what? Stop. Stop, I'm panicking.
Amame.
We gotta restart. We gotta, can I go back?
Of who that person was, but let's set that aside for now.
Oh, I'm such a disaster. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. It's like, it's just too on brand. It's so, I'm not even trying to be like this. It just happens, and I can't help it. Like, I wish I wasn't wasting my own time, mine and everyone else's time, but here I am. I try to do good, and I just mess up. I'm incapable of not fucking up on a constant basis. I'm a prisoner to my own shortcomings. Alright, this is gonna take like 2 minutes.
It's Amame.
Watch, I'm gonna use the 4th. Look at this, I'm using the 4th. This is good for us.
How about...
Honestly, this is maybe for the best. Use the 3rd. Information sound. And then it's this. And that. There was some hesitation on my part. Alright, how's Nye's involved? Alright, we're going in the little Mauga cage. And we don't worry about the trinket. We go over here. And we piece it together. Use the timey. Easy. And then go right back to it. Use the timey. And we'll pick that. Oh man. Look at it. The memory is here. The memory is good.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
I go to this thing, right?
This is a...
And it was this. And it was this. And it's revealed that that is the lady. She gives us the code. And we go, is this? And it's this. And it's the code. Perfect. Couldn't be better. Okay, now this one I don't really remember. Was it this? And then I showed evidence. And it was this? No.
According to the footage, Tokiko Amame.
No. Which one? Oh, the murder. Why am I dumb? Oh my god. Duh, it was the murderer. Why?
You have about 4 minutes left.
It's fine. And then I went back here. I was like, yep. Headphones. Oh, we have to do the ×2. That's unfortunate. Show the sound. Robot. That thing. And then I think we just went
3 minutes left, Mizuki. Careful now.
here. Was it right side? Yes. 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 Is that enough time? Did I do it? 48. It's gonna... Should I have used my =4?
Mom?
131?
Hey.
I think that's enough. I think that's time. I think that's good. I think I'm in the clear as long as I pick the right choices here. As long as I don't choose wrong.
I'm going with you. You need my help.
Thank you, Amame.
If I chose my dad...
Here we go. Am I gonna pick the wrong choice here? This is a fun game. This could be a fun... This could be... If it's not clear, I don't have a guide. I don't have an answer thing here, so it's truly, am I just picking? Now this is where I first originally fucked up. It's a lie.
I lied if I see.
Which I knew was a lie because we talked about it. Was talked in the thing in the past where she lied about her age so she could work. But like I was like, oh, for some reason I gotta pick the choices on the right because.
But if we cook,
You don't. But I think.
Oh.
welcome. But I have.
I was done in by my own.
It's okay.
You look well.
Okay.
I overthought everything.
She wanted to know.
She really...
Best friend.
Iris, I need to go see someone. He needs my help.
Okay. I'll be fine. I understand. I'm sorry to ask you for such a weird thing out of the blue.
I can stay on the line, though. I'll be listening.
Wait, I didn't pick the wrong one here, did I?
Mommy!
If I went to see Dad, maybe he wouldn't have died.
Game got me panicking. Part of plan. Oh. Am I really gonna be with 1 second left?
You. It's...
Incredible. I thought I was massively gonna be in the clear there.
I'm going to make you suffer the same pain.
Regardless of the motive, Amame committed a serious crime. That cannot be.
I need to see it. I need to see that 1 second flash. Wait, no! No! Retry. No, it's not gonna work. I can't go further back. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I'm not gonna be able to sleep easy tonight if I just don't knock this out right now. God damn it, dude. What? It's because I didn't use like one timey. I needed like one different, like.
According to this.
Why? Why must my life be like this?
More. This. Yeah. Eight men.
I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
How about...
I gotta use the... Oh, yeah. So you're saying purposely take the ×2 on, like, a smaller thing. Like, find a smaller thing to use it on. I didn't think I'd have to try so hard. That's the problem. Try so hard. I hate thinking. This. And this. I almost went back up to the sound thing. I gotta be 100% honest. As I was complaining there, I almost picked the sound thing again. I almost did it. I almost did it. Piece it together.
No.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I make myself laugh.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
I can do nothing but make myself laugh. Oh, I almost did again. Oh my goodness, I really wanted to pick the Tokiko option. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, did I want to pick that. Oh, man. So you're saying if I pick 16, 16 is technically less than 4, so 16 plus 24 is 40. That would save me 8 seconds. I could go run and click it on another thing. And what are the chances that this question mark is gonna fuck me over more? You know what I mean? If this timing I'm put on is bad, I don't want that. I mean, that's true. I'm gonna take my chances.
You have about 4 minutes left.
The iron...
4 seconds. And then it was it Murder or Terror? Or is it Right Side Secret? Oh, for fucking out!
Natural.
I'm fucking dead. Oh my god. Where am I at time-wise? Here we go. Let's go.
The hidden Eliak after show.
The wrong button. It's square. It's square. Put the squares. Where are we at? 182? What did I have last time? More than 182? I think I had more than 182. Or less than 182. So I should be good.
I'm going with you, Dad. You need my help.
Thank you.
If I chose my dad, I wonder how...
It's 180 that's deducted. So now it should truly be like 2 seconds left over. Assuming I pick all the right answers here. I'm gonna lie.
I see. Okay. Well, the other jobs were too low paying. But I have some free time, so I'll come home and eat dinner. If we cook at home, it would save money, right?
You don't have to do that, but I think...
Oh!
Welcome. If I saw what I have... Iris, I need to go. He needs my... I can... If I went...
God, I really badly want to pick the other option here. Just to see what happens. Just to really break myself.
It's...
I'm going to believe. How hard can finding the eyeballs be? You know what I mean? They all have to be in that one room, right? I gotta keep advancing the text on it. Oh, some of them you have to do, apparently. No,
Regardless
I'll wait
of the
for doing
motive,
that next time.
Amame committed a serious crime. That cannot be over.
We're not doing it tonight. No, no, no. No, no, no. It's not as simple as just loading into the room and finding all of them. You have to do parts of them. So we'll do that next time. And maybe finale to the game? Maybe? Possibly? I don't actually know. If this showed less than 1 again, I would be so pissed. Wait, why is it 52 seconds now? How is any... Why does the math seem to keep changing every time? Nothing is making sense! I don't understand. I don't understand where I'm going wrong. I honestly think the game is fucking with me. I think the game is taking the piss out of me. This is absurd.
Mame, I think I understand.
What do you do to maintain peace? Don't complain. I'm 1 star away from A1. This might have been the last Somnium, though. I mean, then it's like a bunch of endings of some sort. Power gamer? I am a power gamer. It's so true. The 180 it deducted include the previous choice. Gotta go to the bonus. To the bonus. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, look at adorable Aiba.
Hurry and check it out. Come on.
Oh, that's a cool picture of him carrying the dead body. He looks, his design in that little like thumbnail thing looks more like a like a thumbprint.
Too.
Like a thumbprint. Oh, look at the little outfit on the right. The old magnifying glass. And there's Tama as well. Alright, so there's really just 5 of these left. Eyeballs next time? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I can do the eyeball things when we load up on Friday. And then maybe, like I said, maybe a finale. I would think. I don't think there could be that much left to this. I would feel like we would just be getting like a wrap up, little final answers, final solutions maybe. Famous last words, especially on this channel, but like, you know, I don't think it can't be that much more left. I might have even like who even knows if there's any more mystery? There may not be any more mystery. Difficult to say. But we'll find out Friday night. No stream tomorrow, obviously. So you'll have to do without me. As you do most nights. Let's see. Anything else I need to say? Like I said, we'll do Rhyme. Most likely we'll check that out. At least starting to check out that Sunday. Because Saturday and probably Sunday, I would probably not be available during the day. So it'll be night streams on Saturday and Sunday as well, most likely. So we'll do that. So then, yeah. This may be finishing Friday, Saturday, Higurashi, Sunday, Rhyme. We'll probably check that out. Maybe something else as well. We'll see. Maybe start to do cleanup in this game if we do end up finishing Friday. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a nice rest of your week. Finish strong. Until Friday night. Bye.